Hey, Cortavius here. I had what I call shocking revelation on my main account. I was just looking at PvP and what I can build on that account. Just not really happy with it. And I'm like, well, what do I have to play with? And I'm like, what the? So anyway, we're going to get into that. Hey, before I do that though.
Hey, before we go on, click the link in the description right now, and you can get the great legendary poisoner, Narma, along with 3 epics. You get Anax, Mausoleum Mage, and the best epic in the game, Uugo, as you progress. All you have to do is follow 4 steps. Step 1, log out Play and Play on the PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid, complete the tutorial. And step 4, go to your inbox, Narma's there waiting. These 4 free champions will give you an insane head start in raid, so click on that link before it expires.
Anyway, great way to start. So for me, I'd like to add a legendary to my existing account. And actually, let me play. So if I go to, not quests, if I go to my Lemonessy Chase, I will collect my legendary. That gives me 500 champ chase points. I will share. I shared, wink wink, got my goodies. What that does for me is in the champ chase now, I can grab the last piece of fragments. That puts me at 1720. I can then go into the portal, fragment summons, and hold on. Right, that last guy was hiding. I can grab myself a gom. That'll get me 250 points. 350 actually. Void dude, that's right. Now let me take that guy, because then if I go into, come on, if I click on him, I should have 350s and 140. So let me turn that guy into a 50, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I should be able to come in here and finish this off, which will give me even more champ chase points. Sorry, ascend max, I thought that was done. Back to the last dude, fuse. Million silver gone. All right, we get gold. Titus Blackboom, welcome to the account. Earn some legendary badge of something there. Now if we go to the champ chase, by bringing him in too, that allows me to pick up the epic fragments. So hopefully I can get something from that. Interestingly, I am only 1 epic and 30 mysteries away from a Lego book. I think I'm going to go do that. So the 2 times chance, the chance for that extra dude's gone. That's kind of a shame. Well, I'm still going to pull 1 epic and go get a legendary book. So 1 sacred for 1 legendary book's a good exchange for me. We pick up Woji, who doesn't excite me much. All right, so champ chase there. That then puts me at, come on, well, it's delayed. So that would be 2970. I need to get another 30 mystery shards before that ends. I will do that after this video and pray I do not forget. Wait, I've got the space. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, so that gets me the legendary book, which I think was fair worth it. That gets me 3,000 points. I'm only 7,500 short of getting a 5-star soul for him, so that's not gonna happen. They were at 7,500 apiece about an hour ago, so this top guy's decided to start making some distance between him and number 2. But I don't know how safe that is. So I'm 2,500 away from this, which, yeah, that's too much work for a shot at RNG. So anyway, that's the main, but that's not the main thing I wanted to cover in this. I wanted to show something on the free-to-play. I want to show something on the main with PvP. I'll come back to that. All right, on the main, we will get our fusion completed as well. Welcome to the account, Titus. We hope you do what you're supposed to do excitingly, and we hope Plarium doesn't fix you. Fair warning, it's happened to others. Alright, so that should take me on the champ chase on the main. Is there the same ability to pull a shard here? No, we've already got the epic, and probably could do the same thing, 2685. Alright, so to the main topic I wanted to cover, which was PvP. What I tend to do in live arena is Armands I use whenever I can draft them. And then if they pick Armands, then usually Marius is one of my first choices. And then the Royal Duo, I use Narcissus and Ancora are 2 I'll pick. Frolny is my second nuker most often if Marius and or Narcissus weren't picked, and I'm really liking him. So he's not viewed as one of the better mythicals, but he's won a lot of battles for me. I really like him. He's got an A2 in there that comes in handy too, where he steals the buffs, so he can go grab somebody's stone skin. He can take down Siegfried with that, so he's pretty useful with that. And then he's got his nuke on the A3, and then he's got a passive which gives him more speed and HP, which is how he does damage. That makes him tankier, so I do like Frolny. And then I do like my Teox team, but that's a real gamble in Live Arena. If they have stone skin, you know, my Calvalox and Teox team gets destroyed if they have stone skin. And my Calvalox only has 1 star, so ideally he's going to have a better blessing. So that's what I use today, and I'm like, you know, there's so many better champs and mythicals out there. I really need to improve that. So I started looking at who do I have, and then I pulled up Ash and Cruisin did a video. I'm sure you know how to find Ash's channel, so I probably don't need to put it in the description or link it. Ash and Cruisin just did a video where they went through Cruisin's top 15 legendaries. And I thought, well, which of those do I have? And towards the bottom of his top 15, he has Hegemon in there in the top 15. And because Hegemon was really out of the meta with stone skin and reaction and blessings and all that, but now you can put on a blessing and a gear set that help him blast through stone skin. But I'm only 2-star ascended, so I think you need that better blessing. You need to be more ascended than just... So cracking roots increases the damage of stone skin. I'm only going to do it by 20%. So 100% increase if he's 6-star ascended. So I have a champ, but I don't have the blessing to make the champ great, which unfortunately in this game, I think for top PvP, these days, if you don't have top blessings, it just doesn't matter, which is the whole point of Plarium introducing the blessings. But frustrated. So Hegemon's on the roster, but with a 2-star, he would be good against people without stone skin. But if they don't have stone skin, I might as well use Calvalax and Teox. So if I'm already gambling, Hegemon just adds to the gamble. So now Hegemon's better than Calvalax if you have a high ascension, because then he can kill the stone skin and take out champs without stone skin. So Hegemon better than Calvalax. But Calvalax was on his top 15 teams as well, ranked lower than Hegemon. Once again though, 1-star. So I do have the lethal dose blessing, but it only does damages by 50%. What I notice is it really hurts the champs that it lands on if they don't have stone skin, but it doesn't kill them. So if I can get up to 6-star, it'll ignore... Well, it increases 5-star even. I guess 5-star increases the damage they receive from poison debuffs by 200%. I'm at 50. If I go from 50 to 200, those people are going to drop. So if they don't have stone skin, they're just going to die. So yeah, Calvalax would be really good. Top 15, I get it. So I need a better blessing on Calvalax. I need a better blessing on Hegemon for those guys to work. So another one in this top 15 is a champ that I've never built. I have Volcanos on his account. He's 3-star ascended, so okay, but not 6-star obviously. But he comes in and he can do HP burns, and it can't be resisted. And then if you've got extra allies on the team, he's putting HP burns out there, and those can show up through the stone skin. So he can just melt people, and he can block revive if you have faction allies. So Volcanos is really good. I've never built him. So he's one that I'm looking at my account right now going, I got to put the investment into Volcanos. I mean, I've got him 6-star ascended. I've got his masteries done. I just need to put gear on him, right? Pick a blessing. So only 3-star ascended, which is a bummer, but I think he can do work for me. So Volcanos is one I want to get. Yeah, you want to get rolling. And then another one that was on his list, who I've had for a while now, never built, Rhodos. I've got him sitting here. He's 6-star ascended, 3-star awakened. He's 950 scrolls, so he's got the scrolls he needs. I've got Ward of the Fallen on him. I need to just get him geared and see what he can do. So obviously, all these champs that want to do damage, I'm gonna have to pick between these. So I do have Narcissus built for damage. I've got Anax built for damage. You know, I have champs like Leo and Anax and Geralt in here for damage. So I'm gonna have to strip gear. So I kind of got to decide what am I going after. So I got Rhodos in there too. The next one on his list was Fabian. Fabian I also have. He's farther along, so he's 5-star ascended, so that's the best blessing of the champs I have so far. He's 6-starred, and his masteries aren't done, so I can fix that. So I just need to put gear on Fabian, and there's times that they ban Armands. If I had to make them choose between Armands and Fabian, that would be nice. So Fabian's another one sitting there on the account. The next one on his list was Armands, who he had fourth. He had the fourth best PvP champ. Armand's on my account, is well built, thankfully. So this is finally one where I'm able to say, yeah, I've got him set up. So he's got 442 speed with 607 accuracy. My Armand's 6-star awakened. He's sitting there in intimidating presence, and he's got Wanda submission 4-starred. So he's well built on my account. I definitely like Armand's. So I got him going, check. And then Marius was number 3 on his list. Mine's 5-star ascended. I've been waiting forever for the Mystic Market to give me that 6-star soul. I mean, I've passed up TX 3 times for the 6-star soul, waiting for Marius for him. So I swear he's not even in the pool, or he's on a slower pool. I know it's all RNG, but it sure doesn't feel like it. So what? I'd love to get the 6-star ascension on him, and then get a relic on him and get him there. And then the other thing is the build. I've got him in a lethal set because he's good for me at PvE and PvP. But really, for PvP, I think I need to get him in 4-piece stone skin and 4-piece lethal, or 4-piece stone skin something else. But I think he's got to have that stone skin. I think in PvP, he gets killed and I got to revive him, and he's less effective. And if Armand's is on the other team, if he's in stone skin, Armand would try and decrease his turn meter, and Marius would instantly return the attack. So I think he's got to be in stone skin and probably degrade the build for PvE, but it would help in PvP, and he'd still work in PvE. So Marius I've got. But the real revelation for me, which kind of prompted me to get on this video in the first place, I was like, holy crap. His number 2 champ, that's not just for legendaries, he wasn't doing mythical, but his number 2 champ in the game, I'm just going down here going, who do I do next for mastery? And I'm just scrolling down to my 5-stars down here, and I'm going, all right, I got Bad L, I got a second Alice, I've got Hansel, I've got Gretel now. Do I do something with that? And I'm, wait, oh, that's right, I pulled this Void Legendary, Neve, according to Nub. And I went, wait a minute, they just did it 10 times on her, and I was interested. I pulled a couple of shards. It's like, that's number 2 on Cruisen's best champs in PvP in the game for legendaries. Is she sitting there, level 1, no mineral scrolls, no investment, unbuilt. I remembered I just pulled her on that last Void video, and I was like, I don't know. Somebody leave me a comment if she's any good. I read the kit, and I was like, okay. She's a little confusing because she's a support champ on the A1. She does damage on the A2, where she ignores defense. But on the A3, she heals and does support again. So do you build her as a damage dealer or a support champ? A little confusing kit. And I guess I didn't pay enough attention to the passive, and that's what makes her the number 2 champ in the game. You put her in 9-piece protection set, and she starts off the round with block damage on the whole team. So RNG, just like, there's a lot of RNG in this game. So RNG of whether those protections go. But she protects a couple of champs on your team, anywhere from 1 to 4. Those land, that could be a game changer for the duration. That could change the outcome of the fight. And if it doesn't work and she gets hit again and goes below 50% HP, but they don't kill her, and you can build her with HP here, then she'll put on the block damage again. She gets another shot at it. Once again, 9-piece protection gives it another chance not to get stripped or blocked. It'll be protected. And there's no cooldown on this passive. So if you can heal her and get her back up, she'll do it again. And as I said, you can build her in HP because she does a shield buff that's equal to the difference between the target's current HP and the target's max HP, which is supposed to be a really good shield. If the target's a boss, she'll put it on defense, which kind of sucks because you want to build her with HP, I guess, to make her tanky. But I guess it's between the target's HP, and I've been told she can actually kill with that A2 as well. And she decreases damage with a decreased attack and decreased crit rate. And there's a 50% chance, 75% chance when booked that those debuffs can be resisted or blocked. So at least you're taking their attack-based nukers are getting their attack decreased, and any type of nuker has got a 30% less chance to crit. So, yeah, she's really cool. So she's just sitting here unbuilt. So if I look at my future of PvP, those were the legendaries on that top 15 list. And Curzon did mention Ashnar, which I never even thought about for PvP fights. So I guess maybe I got to look into Ashnar because he wasn't talking about mythical. But I guess if we're talking mythicals, I also have Carnage sitting here. You know, Carnage I've never really built. I've used him a couple times where I've stolen gear from something else, but he's just sitting here unused. He's almost done with his masteries. And I also have sitting on the account, Embrius is here. So he's 6-star ascended. He's got his masteries partially done, and I have no stars on him. So I just swear I've gotten hard Curse Tower chests before, but I guess it's RNG to get the souls out of those, but you can get up to a 6-star soul out of those chests. So maybe I got to start doing more hard Cursed City, because boy, you put a 6-star soul on him. So no star on him is a bummer, and no star on Carnage is a bummer, or on Embrius or Carnage are definitely not helpful. But I've got Embrius, I've got Carnage, I've got Neve, I've got Marius, and Armand's build. But Fabian, Rhodos, Volcanos all can get in the fight. So if I look at my PvP options, it's a lot of work to figure out what builds I want to put on them and get them in the fight. But man, I could really change how I'm fighting in live arena. Because lately I've just been doing the one a day and getting my advanced quest. But now that they have win 3 or complete 1 the random, sometimes I'm having to do more, and it would be nice to build up that Great Hall. You know, I do have in the Great... let me play the game. So I do have in the Great Hall area bonuses. I also got 20,000 medals, because I was waiting to see, do I do Faction Wars, or do they come out with Chimera? And I was thinking I'd do Chimera. Now I find myself questioning, would I really do Chimera if that came out, or would I focus on Faction Wars? So I got 20,000 of those to spend, so... But it would be good to keep growing those, because those 20,000 are going, you know, if I try to get gold on any other battle area, those 20,000 medals would be gone. So, and then Curse City too, a lot of people have invested in. If I do want to beat those later stages, being able to get to speed and ignore defense in Curse City would really help. So, I mean, 1 level 10 is, I mean, look at how many gold that is. I mean, 20,000, I would only get probably 1 or 1.5 to 2 of these to max out, and my gold would be gone. So, yeah, it takes a lot of gold to max these out. So, anyway, you know, the biggest thing I wanted to show was, holy cow, I can't believe I had sitting in my vault, or sitting unbuilt, the number 2 PvP champ in the game, according to Curzon. Maybe that's subjective. It's art, you know, for legendaries. So, you know, anyway, I'm curious if anybody's actually built her and used her and thinks she's crazy in PvP like he does. Hey, let me know. So I'm pretty excited just to go play a little bit more with PvP champs than I have. You know, I've just been in my rut of just doing kind of the routine with these accounts and getting both fusions done like you saw on this. But man, there's an ability to have some fun. You know, go build some champs and go bring them to life. So anyway, that was a big thing I saw this weekend. I'm like, number 2 in the game, legendary, PvP, just sitting there. I already have her, and crap, I think I even pulled a void shard just to take a shot at her this weekend. Oh man, you know, sometimes you get these champs and you forget you have them. So I'm sure that's not your problem, but apparently it's mine. So hey, just want to share that with you. Hey, if you like, subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks.